is an international problem. This is a global issue. Typically, the further along your country is when it comes to progressivism and feminism, the worse the women are going to be. There's a reason why there's been a rise in the passport, bro. There's a reason why there's been an explosion in the popularity of red pill content. And the reason why is because women, quite frankly, are insufferable nowadays. So since women are insufferable nowadays, men have been trying to get answers. And we've all come to the same conclusion. Most women are that don't deserve a long-term relationship and aren't wife material. More brain rot. Look at this shit, dude. Yeah, you don't want to wife up any of these girls. All right? This is where we are, man. Like, dude, isn't it crazy, guys, that, like, you know what's sad? You know what really, like, the crazy part of this is? All these girls know how to dance for TikTok, but they don't know how to be a good girlfriend. Did y'all think about that, bro? Like, yo, let this sink in, chat. Let this sink in. These women, these modern women, are more interested in dancing on TikTok, know how to dance on TikTok better than being a good girlfriend to you, bro. This is where we are in society, bro. This is where we are. Young women value attention on the internet more than attention from their husband. These dumb would rather get 1,000 likes than get a man to commit to them for 1,000 days, bro. This is where we are. Most girls would not give up their social media for their man. They wouldn't. The fact that I even, like, brought that up, most women would think I'm crazy. If I told these girls, yo, it's probably not in your best interest to be dancing like a 304 in front of a sorority house on social media, they would say I'm insecure and I'm an asshole. And I'd respond, well, you're and that's more than likely why you're going to stay single for a very long time. And this is why when you're 29, getting into 30, and you're struggling to find a guy as you work your 9-to-5 job that you hate, you're going to sit there and be drinking Franzia wine, slapping the bag in your apartment with your 3 cats, and drinking yourself to sleep while you cry and watch Love Island. That's what awaits these. Telling y'all, bro, that's what awaits these women. We told them to prioritize dancing on TikTok, being a in college, experimenting, having your fun with the bad boys, and then eventually at some point, some guy is going to be waiting at the finish line for you. That's a winner that will take you seriously. Yeah, that's not happening. The guy that you settle with is probably not going to be your first choice because your first choice probably already came along and decided he doesn't want to commit to you because you're stupid, dude, everywhere. It's actually crazy, and they do cringe shit like this all the time. And, you know, it's kind of crazy, too, because it's like, bruh, these girls are all like bots. Like bots. How much y'all want to bet if I talk to one of these girls, the other 30 of them are going to be the same? Hey, what do you do for fun? Hang out with friends. Okay, anything else? Hang out with friends. Next girl. Hey, what do you do for fun? Hang out with friends. Next girl. Hey, what do you do with your free time? Hang out with friends. It's literally rinse and repeat, bro. I have a funny saying I say all the time. You f one white girl, you f them all. You know what I mean? Like, this is just like, this is what I call like NPC headquarters. Truly, NPC headquarters right here. Make it better. Tell me, boy, now wouldn't that be sweet? These are talentless, bro. But you know what's good, though? TikTok? I will say the only benefit of TikTok is that you guys are seeing in 1080p female nature. And it gives guys like me the ability to explain to you guys real time while using their own footage against them why modern women are just, quite frankly, like undateable, bro. Like undateable. Yo, gentlemen, the biggest mistake we made, couple of things. Number 1, feminism. Number 2, allowing them to vote. Number 3, allowing them to enter the workforce. Number 4, tell them to go to school and get educated. And then number 5, the internet, the cell phone, and social media all being put together. That's the nail in the coffin. That's the nail in the coffin. We already were on a sinking ship, but the internet, the cell phone, and social media in tandem have created the monster that we see now, which is the modern woman. And what social media and the smartphone have done, because here's the thing, on the female side, they've been able to utilize social media and the phone and the internet to create opportunities for themselves. But in creating opportunities for themselves and exposing their nature, men are getting red-pilled on women every day. Young men that otherwise would have never known about any of this shit are now getting red-pilled because it's in their face. So the very internet that women use to spread their whoredom is the same very internet that's being used to expose said whoredom. So we're waking a lot of guys up. I wish we could wake more guys up, but we are waking up guys up where it's still starting to make a small dent. Now, this is what's going to happen. Men are innovators. Men know how to deal with problems. Men literally invent things to deal with problems. Male ingenuity is the reason why we have the civilized world that we have now. Female ingenuity doesn't exist. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, let's just keep it all the way 1,000. Women don't invent anything. It's men that create everything. Okay? And since men create everything, men are problem solvers. We are deductive problem solvers. That's what we do. Now, here's the real red pill here. Since we live in a society where we have open hypergamy, where women are able to basically do whatever they want with almost zero consequence, and they're able to date whoever they want with zero consequence, and they can be as big as they want with no consequence, this has created a problem in the market. And the problem in the market is, unfortunately, a lot of men don't have sexual access to women. Thanks to feminism, women make their own money, they have their own status, they don't need to necessarily saddle down with a guy for security like they had to do 100 years prior. So men that otherwise would have been able to find a wife now can't find a wife. Let's go back in time. Okay, you know what? Let's have fun with this. Let's go in the poll. I'm going to do a poll. How many of you guys are single? I'm going to do a poll right now on Kick. 3 minutes. So the question is, are you single and under 35? Okay, there's the poll. There's the poll. Vote on Kick for me, guys, because this is going to be extremely important to illustrate what I'm going to talk about next. Everybody go to Kick for me real quick and vote on there. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so 66% of you guys are single and under 35. Okay, which is interesting. Now, let's go back maybe... Let's go back like 100 years, right? 1926. Most of you, 90% of you, would probably be married, okay? Because you guys that are saying that you're not single, I guarantee a bunch of you guys aren't married, though. I should have said married. So I said single, but the reality is right now we got 66% of you guys say that you're single and under 35, and then 34% of you guys are saying you're not single, but you guys probably aren't married. You guys are probably in a long-term relationship, whatever. So it'd probably be even longer. So going back in time, right? Because remember, guys, don't forget the topic. The topic that we're discussing is these sororities, right, and how the world has changed. So what I'm saying is this. If you go back 100 years, 90% of y'all niggas would have been married, right? And more than likely, you guys would have been married to a girl that you knew locally. But thanks to the advent of the internet and social media, right, men that otherwise would have been married to women that are local to them are not married. And those women who more than likely would have been aligned with these men that are close to them geographically are having other options. And then on top of that, they have no incentive to get with the men locally because they have the ability to meet men that are higher status, that make more money, and they go to school. So it's a double whammy. We're burning the candle at both ends of the stick. Because on one end, they make their own money, they don't need a man. And then on the other hand, they have the opportunity to talk to higher status men via the internet. So what has this done? Well, this has created an incel pandemic, right? A relationship pandemic. This is why so many men under the age of 35 are not married anymore. Whereas if we went 100 years back, 90% of y'all would have been married and had a house by now and 3 kids. But since women have changed so much and their standards have went up and they're pushing marriage off and they're pushing families off, etc., a lot of guys are not even getting a chance to build a family because most men, and here's a big red pill for y'all, don't find most men attractive. So since most women don't find most men attractive, most men basically become celibate involuntarily a lot of the times because of open hypergamy and because of the cell phone and social media. Now, what's going to happen from here? I talk about this in more detail in my book, Why I Deserve Even Less. Okay, make sure to get the book. Show some love. Amazon bestseller, even though Chris is... So as you guys know, like I said before, men are innovators. Men fix problems. Since men fix problems and they're innovators, clearly there's a reproductive problem. And not only is there a reproductive problem, there's a reproductive problem that's globally present. I'm gonna say that again. We have a global reproductive problem for men. In the chat right now, drop where you're coming in from. Type in USA, Canada, South Africa, Australia, etc. Guys, type in the chat where you're from. What country you're from. I know majority are going to be US, but we're going to have a lot of people here from other places. I see Australia, UK, United Arab Emirates, New Zealand. We got people from, someone from Azerbaijan is in here, New Zealand. Yeah. So we have a decent amount of people, Canada. We have a decent amount of people here from different countries. Why? I'll tell you why. Because female is an international problem. I'm going to say that again. Female is an international problem, chat. This is a global issue, okay? Typically, the further along your country is when it comes to progressivism and feminism, the worse the women are going to be. There's a reason why there's been a rise in the passport, bro. There's a reason why there's been an explosion in the popularity of red pill content. And the reason why is because women, quite frankly, are insufferable nowadays. So since women are insufferable nowadays, men have been trying to get answers. And essentially what the red pill has done is it's us passing notes to each other, right? Hey, this is what I figured out. Hey, this is what I figured out. Hey, this is what I figured out. This is what I figured out. And we've all come to the same conclusion. Most women are that don't deserve a long-term relationship and aren't wife material. I think we can all agree on that a majority are not worthy of a long-term relationship. Fair. Now, how are we going to deal with the problem? Well, some guys go abroad and find a girl somewhere else. Some guys just pay for Some guys learn game and game the system and smash a bunch of girls. Some guys choose to go their own way and not deal with women at all. How you deal with the problem is up to you, but we've all recognized the same problem. And we've recognized the bottom line of how the we got here. Now, what I think is going to happen is that this insufferableness of females is going to spark the creation of sex robots. Again, I go into more detail on this in my book. But men are deductive problem solvers. Right now, majority of men have a reproductive problem. So guess what? There's a market now. Now that there's a market, someone's going to come in and sell to that market and create, whether it be robots or some other shit like that, combined with AI, someone is going to go ahead and fix this problem. Now, I can see a bunch of niggas in the chat. Someone says, I'm not going to do that. Idiots, bro. So, I'm not telling you this story to tell you that, oh, look, you're going to go get a robot, you stupid, dumb. Oh, my God. Yo, some of y'all niggas, bro.
Hello, monkeys.
Some of you niggas are a chimpanzee, orangutan, dumb window licking. It's like crazy to me how some of these niggas are. Bro, did I say that you're going to go get a robot, you dumb? No, I'm telling you that this is what's going to come, you dumb. Holy shit. I'm telling you what's coming. Hey, are you aware of the fact 20 short years ago, the concept of meeting a girl on the internet was unfathomable? Everyone here in this chat right now that's 30 and older, remember, guys? The concept of meeting a girl on Tinder or Match.com or Plenty of Fish or Bumble was considered completely unacceptable to disclose. It was weird. I remember vividly in many girls' different dating descriptions. If we hit it off, we'll say we met at the park. So in other words, it wasn't socially acceptable to meet women on the internet just 10 to 20 short years ago, you dumb shit. Fast forward to 2026. A majority, if not around half, of new relationships forged in 2026 are done where? On the internet, you. I don't give a if you would get a sex robot, you stupid. What I'm telling you is that trends are going to change. And what is unacceptable now will be completely socially acceptable 20 to 30 to 50 years from now, you stupid. That's what I'm saying, idiot. Holy you're. And it's going to come faster than you think. I remember 10 years ago, meeting a girl on Tinder was considered weird. Now it's socially acceptable. The concept of meeting a girl on Instagram was, you wouldn't even think of that. Now it's completely socially normal. So what I'm trying to explain to your dumb is that trends change. Technology changes life. If technology has changed the behavior of women and made them insufferable, there's going to be something done to combat that insufferableness. Clearly, women are not going to change. They're not going to concede any of the freedoms that they've been able to achieve over the past several years, thanks to the internet. So the only way to counteract that is men, more than likely, are going to find another sexual solution, which I predict is going to be AI and robots. So we can go ahead and scoff at that and say that's weird. But keep in mind that there's a kid being born right now that doesn't have these social norms. So 20 to 30 years from now, all that kid's gonna know, more than likely, is I grew up and it was a thing where people had robots. So when he's an adult, 30 years from now, it's gonna be normal. Hey, are you aware of the fact that a bunch of people in this chat right now grew up with an iPad as a baby? Are you aware of the fact that kids in here right now had a cell phone? Well, not kids, but people in here that are adults had a cell phone in elementary school? I'm 36 years old. The concept of having a cell phone in elementary school is nuts to me. The fact that people had internet access to browse the full web on an iPhone in elementary school, crazy. I didn't have access to an iPhone 4 when it first came out until I was 20 years old, until I was an adult. I'll never forget, it came out in 2010. I was 20 years old. Some of you guys right now in the chat are saying, yo, this nigga's a grimp. That's my point. Technology changes. When technology changes, social norms change alongside it, you stupid. Using YouTube to learn things was not a thing 10 to 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Now it's the norm. 20 years ago, people weren't going to YouTube as their main entertainment source. They were watching TV. Now, watching TV is caveman age. Oh my God, bro. Like, it's like, yo, like, why do we got so many stupid niggas in the chat, bro? Like, this shit is painful, man. It's like, I'm over here going like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then some stupid nigga says some dumb shit about, I'm not gonna use robots. Now I gotta go back and go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't pick up at 10 and go on. I gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4 for you dumb niggas in here.
Hello, monkeys.
Yo, I hate stupid people, bro. Like, yo, I hate stupid people. Yo, your days are numbered if I ever get powered, bro. You niggas, yo, your days are numbered if I ever get powered, bro. Oh my God, man.